Hey everybody, Tim here with tonight's episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 5, Episode 6, The Game. And it is the return of Wesley Crusher. So this is his first episode back since he departed the series last season. I think he comes back for 4 or 5 different episodes, and this is just the first one. It's kind of an interesting episode. It's a very allegorical type brainwashing episode that, considering this came out in 1991, it's pretty ahead of its time. So Wesley is on like summer vacation or whatever from the academy, and he just joins the Enterprise to say hi to his mom and his friends and all that. Well, in the meantime, this episode begins with kind of a creepy scene where Riker is on Risa, flirting, playing around with a female alien, and she gives him what's known as the game. And it's just this little visor that sits over your ears and it scans your eyes, and it projects the game in front of you, some VR, if you will, and you throw frisbees into a cone, and that's it. And every time you get the frisbee in the cone, it stimulates your brain and the pleasure centers of your brain. And so, of course, Riker likes it, and slowly it infects the entire crew, and it brainwashes them all into playing this game. And as it turns out, this alien, this was her plan all along, was basically to conquer Starfleet through this hypnotic game. Overall, this episode's okay. Like, it's not super amazing. I probably love it as much as I do just because it's the return of Wesley, and he looks great in his cadet uniform, which I think it's amazing that the cadet uniform, it's black from like the shoulders down, and then the color's just the shoulders, which here in a couple of seasons is what Starfleet adapts into the main uniform, as we see in like Voyager. So, I mean, this, like I said, this episode's okay. It's very, I mean, if you really dig into it, it could be allegorical for like being too involved in games or something. It kind of depends on what you want to get out of it. Some interesting tidbits of information. It's Ashely Judd's. This is her second episode and her last episode, unfortunately. And it's her first on-screen kiss, which, since Star Trek was her first credited debut acting, it's not really a big surprise. I wish she would have returned more, probably because I'm looking at this in hindsight and I saw the roles she went on to do. And I love Ashely Judd. I think she's a terrific actress. So, but it's sad. This is her second and last episode. Data at one point is talking to Wesley about how he doesn't know how to dance, and Data mentions that Beverly had just taught him how to dance, which is a reference to Data's Day, which we saw not too long ago. We see Deanna's love for chocolate go even further, which I love chocolate. Like, trust me, I could eat chocolate all day. But she's like eating chocolate ice cream with chocolate fudge and chocolate chips, and she never met a chocolate she didn't like. Like, damn woman, like, she's getting into this chocolate. And it's just kind of interesting. And this whole episode has a lot of little scenes where it's really creepy, where Riker's like, I have something better than chocolate. And just Deanna's smile. I don't know. This episode was really weird and uncomfortable, which is, I think, what they were aiming for. So if you guys have seen this one, did you guys feel like it was allegorical or predicting the hypnotic effect of games? Did you guys like this episode? Did you hate this episode? Were you guys happy to see Wesley return? Go ahead, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for everything. I appreciate all of you. And I will see you guys next time for the 2-parter Unification.